Welcome back to Supremely Black Podcast. This is your host, D Rose. If you're new to the channel, make sure that you hit the subscribe button. If you're watching the video, the best way that you can actually support is hitting the like button. So let's get into it. Over the weekend, as we had talked about on my last episode, Jackson State was going to the SWAC Championship, and they handled business. Now, it was a very tough first half. They actually ended up losing their starting quarterback in the first half, had to go to their backup and came out, and what the young folks say, put belts to ass. They end up beating Southern 41-13 to land them in the Celebration Bowl in Atlanta, Georgia. You can actually watch that game. It'll be televised Saturday on ABC, right? This will be noon Eastern, so 11 a.m. Central, and it's at the Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta. So, like I said, major shout out to TC Taylor. They didn't make it to the Celebration Bowl last year. I think it was FAMU versus Howard. FAMU ended up handling business and bringing it back to the SWAC. But TC Taylor gets his fourth opportunity because he did go a couple times under the old coaching regime. So I think it's looking at the teams and just comparing them, I think this may be one. Not this with what Jackson State brings to the table. It's a little different with TC. I know the spotlight has been on him for different reasons, but TC is an alumni guy. You know what I'm saying? He played ball at Jackson State, had a couple small ventures at some NFL teams, but he's a hometown guy. You know, he's from Mississippi as well, so it's a little bit more heartfelt just to see that after a year that program is like, oh, okay, they're going back to the bottom of the SWAC. Missed last year, they back into it this year. Fourth time has to be a charm. He actually spoke about that. So I'm looking forward to seeing what this game is going. What is it going to bring? South Carolina State hasn't played, so you know some people may consider that maybe an advantage because they haven't even played a game since they won their conference side, and they don't actually have a conference championship. So they've actually been able to not even play for a couple weeks. So you know they could easily prepare to see. Okay, the SWAC got, you know, JSU and they got Southern, but nobody's here to make excuses for it. They're going to have to come to Atlanta, the Celebration Bowl, and handle their business. And I honestly think that they're going to be all right, even though, you know, South Carolina State had some time to heal. They haven't played a game since November 23rd, so I look forward to it. And like I said, the best way that you can actually catch this game will be on ABC this coming up Saturday. Biased as it is, I'm pulling for J-State, man. Like I said, got some people down there, some family from down that way. They rock with JSU heavy, some alumni, some of their family members went there, so, you know, it's always a good time. But I think, you know, when you look at the college ranks and you look at success stories, regardless of, you know, from the NCAA, you have your college coach of the year, but TC Taylor has to be celebrated with that. I'm also going to do a video as well to kind of speak to how Eddie George was able to be establish himself as well, coming from the HBCU ranks. Just to kind of highlight some of these guys, man. And you know, it's also to South Carolina State and Coach Channis Berry. You know, salute. Look forward to be a good game. I hope both teams are fully healthy as possible. I hope it's clean and safe, and may the best man win. But I would be lying to you if I told you anything different. I'm going all the way Jackson State with this one. Just to keep it real with you, I done looked on FanDuel, and I already done locked my bet in. So let's go JSU, bring it back to the Jack, and handle your business. But let me know what you think. I'm going to play the video so y'all can kind of see the heartfelt presence of TC Taylor. And again, to all of the fans, all of the players, all of the coaches, great job. You all did what a lot of people said that you wouldn't be able to do as quick. Again, like I said, only missed 1 year. Now they're back to the promised land. The only different goal that we would like to see from when the last time that they went is to come back with the Celebration Bowl championship and putting on for the SWAC. Let me know what you think. As always, long live CC. Check out TC Taylor.
And for these guys to come out and, you know, the way we played in that first half and then come out in the second half and get it done that way and convincingly, it feels great.
Don't let this be the last time you put on the pads. That was the message head coach TC Taylor gave to his team at halftime, and his players received it well because after a dominating second half performance, the Jackson State Tigers now get to celebrate as the 2024 SWAC champions.
And I told them I didn't want this to be the last time. You know, I want to continue this. I want to keep going till there's no more football left.
JSU came out of the half firing on every single cylinder, but going into the break, QB1 Jacobian Morgan went down. So it was Zy McDonald coming off of the bench to lead the offense. The Ridgeland grad stepped up when his number was called and helped the Tigers outscore Southern 31 points to 3 in the second half.
First and foremost, I just want to say all glory to God, because I couldn't have did nothing without him. My mindset was just go out there and play my game. You know, trust the coaches, trust their plan, trust my teammates. And then once we got out there in the game, you know, it was just like practice. I was comfortable. It just felt like playing in the backyard as a kid.
But the Tigers weren't just dominating offensively. On the defensive ball, JSU finished with 5 tackles for loss and 2 interceptions. And the goal for them was to take care of business.
Our coach wanted us to dominate, and I feel as though we went out there and dominated. It was definitely a blessing to be in this spot, and I'm just happy that we were just able to go out there and handle business.
Now, the feeling of being the head coach of a SWAC championship team hasn't fully set in for head coach TC Taylor, but his eyes are already set on the next target. He's ready to get to Atlanta for the Celebration Bowl to try and claim a national title.
This is my 4th Celebration Bowl, and I'm yet to win one. I want to get it done. I can remember each and every time when I walked out of that stadium in Georgia and that confetti was falling on somebody else. We're going to go prepare and get ready for this time and bring it back to the SWAC.
Now the Jackson State Tigers have a little less than a week to prepare for the Celebration Bowl as they get ready to take on South Carolina State on December 14th. Until then, reporting inside of the vet, I'm Casey Thomas, WLBT Sports.
As Casey said, JSU advances to play in the Celebration Bowl for the 3rd time in the last 4 seasons. They're going to face South Carolina State in a rematch of the 2021 Celebration Bowl. The game is Saturday at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta. Kickoff is at 11 a.m. and will air on ABC.